Hello everyone and welcome back to Damon Alchemy. I am back today with another pick a card reading for the new moon in Capricorn today. This is a very important new moon because it is the last new moon before the eclipse season this year. It is also the last new moon that is going to be in the Saturn cycle that we're in. That's the Saturn and Pisces cycle as well as Neptune and Pisces. And so it's a big finale to a cycle that's been going on for quite a long time. And so this is all about endings of old structures while integrating and building new structures. So I thought I'd come in and do a new moon reading for today called What Seeds Are Being Planted. So for today I have 3 groups. Group number 1 is going to be this rose quartz crystal. Group number 2 is the black hematite crystal. And group number 3 is the turquoise crystal. So feel free to choose which calls out to you the most. And check the timestamps below and I will meet you at your reading. All right. Hi, Group 1. If you were drawn to the rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. So the question was, what seeds are being planted during this new moon cycle? What do you need to know? Any general messages that need to come through? So for Group 1, we have the card of Reason, also known as the Emperor. And the Adept of Chalice is also known as the Page of Cups. So for Group 1, the seeds that I'm seeing being planted for you are messages that have to do with building a solid foundation in order to liberate yourself moving forward. I see this desire to create something possibly creative or something that is emotionally fulfilling. And so there's this archetype of the emperor or a masculine archetype that is coming through for you that is sort of guiding you on a higher purpose to establish yourself in the world in a material way, in a way that will be materially successful. I see you also navigating these great emotional waters that the next few months is going to be about building your skills in this area and creating a solid foundation to reflect on before moving forward into deeper waters. So let's see if we can get just a deeper meaning on this, please. Higher Force, please guide us with group number 1. What do they need to understand about any general messages that are coming through for this new moon cycle? Again, the Emperor twice. So we have 2 4s. If you've been seeing the numbers 444 a lot, this is a sign that this reading is in alignment with you. Yeah, this is energy of grounding. We have the Priestess, which represents higher knowledge and wisdom, understanding and clarity and intuition on the feminine side. When we see her combined with the Emperor, it's usually about balancing the masculine and feminine polarities to gain a deeper understanding of your situation. And we also have the Six of Cups, which is all about emotional fulfillment in relationship with others. So with these cards, what I see is that you're trying to gain as much information as possible in order to find peace and comfort in your physical world. I almost see like there's this desire for innocence, or sort of like a childlike state of wonder, where you are wanting to create something for your life or for yourself that ultimately, sorry, my computer is like telling me something. Oh, never mind. That ultimately leads to being able to connect in a deeper way with others. But because it requires a deep study or understanding, I see like a wisdom coming through, like a very wise archetype coming through, where you're wanting to develop knowledge about a specific situation to help ease something. At the end of the day, it's about making something go easier. Let's get clarity with the Six of Cups. What do we need to know about that? The Queen of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so we got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. This is about facing a big challenge. So I see almost like even guides coming in to help you with a challenge. This has to do with establishing wealth or establishing prosperity. Again, we see the theme of creating a sense of safety and security emotionally. So in order to build a solid foundation, the Emperor archetype is coming in almost as an architect to help guide you, a masculine figure to help guide you, someone who builds the foundation blueprint in order for you to grow beyond that, or to sort of like build, like they help you build a foundation so that you can find your safety and security and build your home from there. The Priestess is coming in as the energy of planning and logic, as well as the Queen of Swords. It's about defeating something very difficult, facing the challenge of something, becoming an authority figure, facing that challenge in order to ultimately build the wealth of the Ten of Pentacles. Because the whole purpose behind this is this sort of like safety and security of like being able to enjoy more. Any final messages or advice that would like to come in for group 1, please? The Two of Wands is saying, focus on your vision for the future. Connect with other people who share similar vision. You don't have to do this alone. This is something that is better if you work with other people, but you are coming in as an authority figure, or this archetype is being awakened in you for this specific purpose. Seven of Cups. Okay, this is a good one. This is about letting go of any emotional attachments or toxic relationships that might be holding you back. So again, it's like focusing on building something with other people with similar values to you, similar vision to you, and letting go of emotional attachments. I got the phrase come up, the whole blood is thicker than water thing. The real quote is actually, blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. So what that basically means is that the commitments that you make to your vision are stronger than loyalty to family members or people that you've known for a long time simply because they've been in your life for a long time. So I'm really seeing this theme come up for group one, that it's like you're in a phase of building new relationships and building new connections with people that are in alignment with your vision. And these archetypes of wisdom are coming in to sort of guide you through this process. Okay, group one, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you guys. Feel free to check out my services. I am open for personal readings again, and I am also open for personal natal chart readings if that interests you as well. And I have all of my tarot readings that I have made previously, as well as this one in the future, is going to be on my Patreon channel if you are interested in binging on old readings or watching them again in the future, okay? So thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okay, so that was group one. Group two was what? The hematite? Right. All right, group two. Hi, group two. If you chose the black hematite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So the question was, what seeds are being planted for this new moon cycle in Capricorn? All right, and this group is special. 3 cards came up. I originally asked for 2, so an extra card came up. Let's just see what the cards have to say. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we got the 8 of Flames, a Tower, and the 4 of Orbs. Yeah, that makes sense because I would have needed clarity with the Tower card. So the 8 of Wands came up. This is really fast movement forward. This is like a liberating energy. Your willpower and your spirit is moving forward at this time, and anything that you want to achieve is possible for you at this time. However, it comes simultaneously with the Tower. This is a card of great destruction and liberation, almost like a lightning strike in the dark. It comes out of nowhere, it's chaotic, it's sudden, but it's real. And then we have the 4 of Orbs or the 4 of Swords, meditating on a higher truth, resting and reflecting on something inevitable, something necessary. So this is a very chaotic time for you, group 2, but it's positive overall. That's what you need to understand. Like, even though it's scary and chaotic, I see it as being a very positive, liberating new moon cycle for you. I'm like, the images are evoking an energy of like something very deep being liberated, or like a vision almost. Like, some of you might experience a vision. I'm seeing also, I need like a something to point. I'm sorry, you guys. I usually have my little magic wand or something. I think I'm going to use a pencil. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing here 2 shadow figures. And then this big light figure here. With these shadow figures, this is like, I'm seeing like something being eclipsed, you know, like almost like there's an emptiness or a void to a space that you once took up. You were once in a space where you were not seen, or you were not valued for who you really are. And this cycle is an ending of that, or this new moon is an ending of that cycle where the self that you were, that in a way was false, in a way was empty, is now being purged, right? And it's being purged as you also are awakened to or reach a certain apex where your willpower or your soul is now pushing you forward. It's now being plunged forward into space and time in order to go towards your destiny. So there's a period of grief that needs to happen as your soul sort of begins to experience this change. There's a letting go that needs to happen, and it happens in isolation. But it also happens by being manifested into external circumstances that force you out of that position that you are in. You realize what it is after it's done. You know, you realize the sort of the void that participating in this created in you. And then it also kind of like, it turns up the firepower on your true desire. So I'm going to ask for clarity on this because I see like a huge chaotic story here. And I just need to know what's going on. So for group 2 cards, please, higher force, please guide us in understanding these messages for this new moon cycle for group number 2, please. Okay, yeah, wow. Look at all of these fiery, chaos. So we have the 10 of Swords. It really goes well with this Tower card, don't you think? I mean, that's like your house has been set on fire, you set it on fire. They called the cops on you, they sent you to jail, you busted out of jail, like something like that, like super chaotic. 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, winning in the end. Yeah, okay, this has to do with a very painful cycle coming to an end here. It could be a family cycle or a home cycle or like because I'm seeing these great walls being torn down. Some kind of system or establishment is being torn down where it caused you a lot of pain to participate in it. There's a sort of buried treasure in this home that you were a part of or this system that you were a part of. That buried treasure is you. It's really like everything comes to light now. Everything comes to fruition now. And it comes with a lot of intensity. The 7 of Wands forces you to take authority over your own life, and it forces you to fight for the very basics and essentials in your life. But ultimately, through this cycle, you will come out empowered, and you will come out as the authority in deciding what has value and what has meaning moving forward. Your spirit and your will comes forward in this time in ways that maybe even will surprise you because of how chaotic it is. And so I see like this huge storm coming, but ultimately it will lead to a really, really positive outcome, because even though it's going to be a struggle and you'll have to assert yourself, I see you in the winning position. The 7 of Wands is not like the 5 of Wands, where the 5 of Wands is just struggle and everyone's on the same playing field. The 7 of Wands is you have the upper hand. You have trained for this. You have all of the skills that you need to overcome this. But this is a finality. This is an ending of a big cycle. And once it's over, which it's pretty much over, it just needs to come to it just needs to come to light and be revealed. You will be able to reflect on what just happened. That's going to be the vibe. It's going to be like, what just happened? And you're going to be able to reflect on, wow, okay, so I was just betrayed by all these people, or I just endured so much. And you'll finally be able to rest. Like your soul will finally be able to find peace and be able to like enjoy the new transition. It's a really profound shift and you will feel it. So, is there any advice that would like to come through for group 2, please, regarding this situation? Okay. Wow. The Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Now, that's really interesting. Are some of you going through some kind of breakup or love situation? Because I see it ending really positively. The Knight of Pentacles. I see movement forward even though it's slow. Like it's saying have patience. Let's see. Let's get clarity with that Two of Cups, please. Six of Pentacles. I see you being recognized. I see, okay, for some of you, I see an ally or a partnership come in during this time. Huge chaos, huge endings. You have the upper hand, you're winning. But for some of you, I see a new relationship coming in, a new partnership or ally coming in, that will be sustained for the long term. The Knight of Pentacles. You have been tested for a reason, and that reason will reveal itself to you. It is about creating long-term change here, and that's why it has to be so chaotic. With the Six of Pentacles, this is all about your worth finally being recognized after trial and hardship. So this card is all about rebalancing the scales, but also about finding true worth and value after a period of struggle. I feel like the cards are saying, don't worry, it looks worse than it seems. You know? Because it's very liberating energy. So everything that's torn down is going to be rebuilt by finally getting what you deserve. And it's going to be something like this card is really interesting. Like this horse is like hiding behind this web, this veil. It's very difficult to see while you're in it. But ultimately, this change it's almost like going to restructure your life in a way that's permanent, but for the better, positive change. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this reading at that. Group 2, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading, I am open for personal readings. Again, you can find the link to my services below. Also, feel free to check out my Patreon channel where I have the archive of all of my previous tarot readings. And I am also open for natal chart readings as well if you wanted to check those out. So I hope to see you guys next time and have a great new moon cycle. Okay, that was group 2. Y'all be crazy. I don't even know. I hope that wasn't me. Actually, no, I hope that was me because I really need some big changes in my life. Anyway, that was group 2. I'm just going to have a water break. All right, last group. Hi, group 3. If you chose the turquoise crystal, this is going to be your reading for this new moon cycle. What seeds are being planted for you during this new moon cycle? We have the 4 of crystals and the 7 of orbs. So I see this as a transitional energy. Because we don't have any major arcana. We have a 4 and a 7. That's an 11. I see it as maybe a manifestation or a sudden change. And it has to do with your possibly financial situation, in which there's a foundation that you have built, or you have some kind of resource or skill that you have, that's something that you own, that you have been building for a long time or working on for a long time. I see you shifting and moving into possibly breaking away from something. So this could be a career change. This could be a life pivot in a way, where you're breaking away from something that has been established and investing your skills and your resources into something new. So let's go ahead and get clarity on that. Higher Force, can you please guide us with group 3 in understanding what do they need to know about these cards and the seeds that are being planted for this new cycle. What seeds are being planted for group 3, please? Higher Force, please guide us. Judgment, the Chariot, and the Star. I said, you guys, no major arcana, and then we get 3 major arcanas at once. Big. Okay, so it's a lot bigger of a change than I thought. Judgment. That is all about finalities and endings and forgiveness and overcoming major karmic cycles, unveilings, apocalypse. The Chariot, this is all about movement forward, your destiny, balancing of the forces. And then we have the Star, hope and vision and humanity and the future. So whatever your situation is, it is definitely time to move forward and time to move beyond things that you have been stuck on or holding on to. This is a time of huge change for you, where I almost see, similar to group 2. Okay, we had another 4 for group 2. You've been maybe stuck for a very long time on trying to build yourself, trying to move on from something and finding it almost impossible for whatever reason. It makes sense. This new moon is all about endings and transitions, right? The 7 of Orbs is asking you to escape. I almost see you like moving away from something that you've been stuck on for a very long time. Finally. Notice how these people here are very happy to see you go. But it's sort of a chaotic and maybe isolating movement forward. It's like you're trying to hold on to so many things and they're weighing you down. I see you finally letting go of the things that no longer serve you, or the things that really just like making peace with everything, making peace with your past, making peace with the way the way in which things have gone down. You've been reflecting on this for quite some time. And it's solidified now into a foundation that you can move away from. The Chariot gets you closer to your true destiny and purpose. So there's this like driving force behind the scenes that you might not be aware of. That is your inner driving force that is moving you towards your true vision, your true goals. Some of you might be traveling or moving to other places this year or very soon. I see some of you traveling very long distances, across oceans, across like going on a plane, like very long distances to achieve some kind of vision or some kind of dream that you've had. And you have been sort of like resting on this dream for quite some time, to the point where it's like solidified something in you, where it's crystallized something in you, where, you know, like it's become part of who you are. Let's see if we can get clarity on the situation, or any advice that would like to come through, please, for group 3. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is time. It's time for your destiny to embark. You're embarking on a journey. Like, there's a huge story being written for you right now. It's being written in the stars. This is going to be, for some of you, it's a very astrologically charged transit where, again, check your chart. At any transits that are coming through, any big personal planets, big changes, I see you being liberated from something huge, like a huge cycle. Maybe the past 10 years you've been stuck in something. And now that this is shifting, you're finally able to move forward and embark on a new journey. The story of your life is being written as we speak. It's being unveiled as we speak. And it's moving you towards your higher purpose, your higher destiny. But it comes with this transition. We have 2 7s, 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. This is all about your loyalty to the people in your life and emotional connections. Who are you loyal to? This is a time to let go of any connections or emotional ties that are no longer serving you, because your destiny is too great to be contained by them. And so this is why it's almost like I'm getting energy of, like, you know, when someone goes off to college, or the big transitional energy where it's new and it's foreign, but it's also necessary and it's also worth it. I see you being, you know, I see you being blessed as you say goodbye to certain people or certain situations in your life. You are carrying a bit of a burden. You don't have to carry it all, but you'll realize that along the way, because it'll happen on its own. That burden could also be some of the emotional attachments that you still hold. So just be aware of that things will naturally be cleared out, because this energy, this 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana coming in, 4 of crystals and 2 7s. And again, that the original number was 11. Things are being manifested and things are being moved forward now. So there's really nothing that you need to do, because it'll all happen on its own. 3 7s, by the way. I just noticed a Chariot, and then 3 10s. Very interesting energy, very, very numerology charged energy. So pay attention to the numbers that are coming up for you. This is a wish fulfillment era now for you. A long awaited era. And you've been waiting for a very long time, trying to build yourself, trying to build your resources. Some of you have been saving money. Some of you have been rejected hundreds of times. And now is the time to finally be rewarded. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this reading at that, group 3. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it resonated with some of you. Again, if you would like a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. You can find the link to that in the description below. I'm also available for birth chart readings if you are interested in that as well. And you can also check out my Patreon, where I have the archive of all of my previous pick a card readings available to watch at any time. So anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I hope you have a great new moon cycle. Take care. Bye.